So we are back, and now it's my turn to take the hot seat and ask Miss Laurie the questions. So let's start with, this has been a year, quite the year. Tell me what inspired you to kick this off and to build Girls Rule.
You know, I don't know that this year had anything to do with it. It's something that has always been, for me, important, work around girls and young women. But it was the perfect year, right? With being virtual, it actually made it easier to launch this. And so just as the mother, first of all, of a daughter, of a 25-year-old daughter, I believe in empowering young women. I have always been involved in different things with my daughter. And then in previous organizations, I think my legacy is not how much money I raised or that kind of thing. It was, you know, creating the Women Leading Broward program at Leadership Broward, where it was for those emerging leaders, because so often there's so much for the C-level, right? But we throw young women, and men sometimes too, but in this case we're talking about women, we throw them into leadership positions. And I didn't say leaders, because I believe that you can be a leader at any level. We throw them into management and directed positions without really giving them the resources to be managers and leaders. And so for me, this is always something special. And so then about 2 years ago, we have a group called the Circle of Wise Women. And we said, okay, so we have all these women, this is a great way to bring in the girls piece. And so we started with scholarships 3 years ago, started raising money for trade certifications and college scholarships. And then last year we did a couple of very small mentoring sessions, and it kind of just took on an organic feel, right? Where the women just said, here's my cell number, I can help you. And that was the spark. And I was like, okay, wait a minute, there's something here. And I was actually in the car driving, and during the pandemic, and Beyonce's song, Girls Rule the World, came on, and I called up Robin and my team and said, okay, I got it. It's Girls Rule the World. Well, they dropped the rule the world part and just went with Girls Rule because, you know, and that was fine. And that's kind of how it was born, and it is absolutely taken on. My team thought I was crazy when I first came up with this, but now it's taking on an amazing life of its own, and I could not have imagined in the first year it being this successful.
I absolutely love that. I love that. And as you build this, you know, thinking about what you want to teach these girls and provide them with, we discussed previously, tools and actually prep them for this future and this life that is unprecedented. What is something, you know, thinking back to your childhood or growing up as a girl and as a woman, what is something that you wish you would have learned? And maybe it's now Laurie telling younger Laurie. And how will you take that into your program?
Yeah. I think for sure it is to tune out the haters and the doubters. I think as young girls and young women even, we pay far too much attention, right, to what people say, what they do, what we think they think of us, just all of that. And you know what, I think we lose sometimes when we're so focused on that, we lose being our true selves, right, and being who we are, because we're so worried about conforming to who everyone thinks we should be, right, or not wanting to hear them say something negative. And so I think, you know, it's hard. It's easier said than done, and it comes with age, it comes with experience, it comes with confidence, it comes with courage, right? All those things we talked about. And it's true. I've heard older women when I was younger say, oh, as you get older, you care less and less about what people think. It's absolutely true.
Yeah.
You start to realize that I am who I am, and I am going to be the best me. It's not going to matter. Some people are going to like me, and some people are going to hate me.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
You're absolutely right. And I think in today's world, we didn't have social media, and we were not consumed the way that we are today. And I think that's a really big point, and one of the biggest challenges I think that they'll face. Yeah. But with that, let's get back to what you're building here. Can you share with us what men can do to actually get involved and support this cause and this purpose.
Yeah, I actually think there's a lot that they can do. Actually, when I did put out my Ignite Your Superpower video, I challenged a gentleman in with the 5 or 6 women that I also challenged to join the movement. I think that they can certainly be influential in our careers. First of all, I think men can be amazing mentors to women, right? If we want to be seen as equals in the workplace, who better to take some advice from or to watch than men, right? I mean, strong, positive leaders, right?
Of course.
And so I think they can be amazing mentors. So I think they can play that role. Number 2, I think that they can recognize the value of the women on their team and make sure that they're bringing them up, right? And making sure that they're giving them the same opportunities, right, that they might give a young man or someone else on their team. So I just read something recently where it said that there was a man in this woman's life, and every time she would try to say something at the board table or at the conference table, all the other men, she was the only woman at the table, and all the other men would kind of over talk her. And this one man would always say, hey, I think so-and-so had something to add, right? Give us a chance to add the value.
Exactly.
And that's what, those are the 3 things I think I could say offhand.
I love that. That's fantastic. Men, listen up. Listen up, wise words.
We're challenging you.
So lastly, just to close the conversation, I know we touched on this, but what do you hope at the end of the day Girls Rule will bring to these women, and what do you want them to say when they leave the program? It's the biggest thing you want them to learn.
That it will bring to our girls? You mean?
Yes.
I think that, first of all, they will walk away knowing that they have a support system.
Great.
I think that is one of the greatest things we can do for them in the next couple of weeks when we have the event. Knowing that all of these women care about them, care about their futures, right? I guarantee you there is not one woman who is involved in this initiative, right, that isn't facilitating, co-facilitating, sponsoring, whatever they're doing, that would not be happy to give these girls their cell numbers, right, and have them reach out if they needed to. So I think the most important thing, when we talked about all the other things, they walk away with some courage and some confidence and maybe some newfound skills, right?
Yep.
But I think mostly that we make them feel safe, right? And that we have them. We got their backs, right? And that we're going to continue to bring them along because they're going to follow us, right? So we have a responsibility to make sure that we don't forget about them after March 31st.
Yep.
That we continue to lift them up and raise them up because they will be the next us, right?
Absolutely right.
So that's what I hope most of all they get.
I love that. I love that. Thank you so much for everything
Thank
that
you.
you're doing. This is really incredible, and I think these young women, I think we're all blessed to be able to be a part of this, we'll just keep empowering women.
Girls rule.
Girls rule. That's right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.